Okay, welcome back to episode 6 for my final campaign ever of Total War Warhammer 2. Where we left off, we have Gotrek and Felix that are going to be scouting east and north to see what's going on over in this area and to sort of spy on chaos and hopefully fulfill a grudge by raiding some vampire territory while we're on our way up there, and at the same time consolidating some of our economic infrastructure. And next turn, I should be able to build that Goldsmith Guild Hall, which will be a decent boost. So, we'll see what happens next. Of course, the Greenskin Menace grows to the north, and that Chaos Invasion will eventually have to be dealt with. Oh, interesting. Wow. Okay, look at that. Let's see if we can do some diplomacy with you.
Scout leader, the Empire's scouts will hear you. All right.
So, I'm gonna try. No, I'll wait, because I wanna make sure I have money. Yeah, here we go. So, what I'm thinking is, since this is an Empire faction and they're generally friendly, I want to butter them up with a little diplomacy and see if I can get a trade deal going. Because with an orange skull, yeah, they're not going to accept this. However, if I offer some bribes, maybe? No. So instead, I'll just offer some bribes.
Okay.
And maybe next turn. And that's the sort of thing that will pay dividends later on, even if it'll be a short-term financial loss. It's more of an investment. So, all right, and you were, yes, going up in this direction to help consolidate. And having a friendly faction over here, that's good. And yeah, they're gonna be at war with the Dune Kingdoms here. That'll be decent. They can sort of insulate my flank, give me a little bit of a buffer. What I'm worried about is that I'm gonna find Dark Elves over on the islands. If it's still somehow that default Lizard Man faction over there, they're not really too strong or aggressive, so I may just go wipe them out. But if it's the Dark Elves, I'd have to leave an army back there. This is going to be a declaration of war? No. Interesting. I'm going to ignore that. But yeah, so if I were to go to war over on the islands with these Dark Elves, Hag, Grafe, I would have to leave an army over in this area to defend my flank. And I'm not super keen on that.
Sir?
Okay, so opinion there.
I am ready to parley.
Maybe now?
Unachievable.
Oh well. I did try. I'll try again in like 2 more turns. I'll probably throw another dumb little gift at him.
Gotrek, Gurnison.
Okay. Now here we can do some obsidian. This is more trade resources than it is gold. However, the toolmaker and the obsidian together will be relatively strong. But at the same time, it's not worth it to upgrade those, because I won't need them for long enough to justify the cost. However, these upgrades will pay dividends for much longer, and yeah, that will be worth it. That'll speed up the growth from 4 to 5 by a couple of turns. And I think we're good. So once we've done our bit of scouting, It'll make it a little bit easier to plan our next moves.
Make it snappy. I've got work
Interesting.
to do.
Duh. I'm going to have to decline your military alliance. No, thank you. Yep, that is worth it. Search a settlement for ruined treasure. You know what? We've got some settlements over there. And that might actually end up being a really good idea to go do. So we'll go do that. Alright, so that's what I was afraid of. We've got the Dark Elves over here. Do they have any generals or anything? That's the tougher question. It does not look like it unless they're hiding something down there. More greenskins. Fortress of Vorag might be a useful beachhead, but I don't know if I want to declare war on the Skull Takers there. We'll see what we find over in this area. Alright, we can research. Where were we? I think we were researching infantry. Yes. Yes, we were. Yeah, see, this is a good one. Sacred Duty. The upkeep minus 5% for all of our good infantry. That is very good to get. So, we'll see what happens about getting that as quickly as possible. Yeah. Oh, and I don't want to forget, we're going to do some diplomacy.
Is it time?
And make sure, yeah, good, that's increasing, that's what we like to see. We will pay them another dumb little tribute. 800 gold, it's worth it though.
Orders heeded.
And hopefully next turn they'll take a trade agreement from us. Because if there's one thing we're doing really good with right now, it's our supply of trade goods. So if we can get some trade agreements going, that'll be a decent boost. It's one of the things that's kind of difficult about the the dwarven spawn down here in the corner, or really any spawn down in the corner, is that forming trade agreements early on can often be a little cumbersome. Yeah, see there. If I can actually get a trade agreement going with these guys, I will make that back in not a huge amount of time. So that'll be a good investment that that bears fruit relatively quickly. Alright, probably going to get some trespassing going on there.
Sit a while and listen.
See what's going on over in this direction. Okay, oh yeah, the Dark Elves. Really? Haunted Forest. I think that's this one over here. Interesting.
Out of my way. Stop the wall.
Yeah, look at this. The greenskins are everywhere. See, with this start down in this corner, like, if the greenskins weren't so huge and if I was less concerned about antagonizing them, at this point, my next play would just be islands, sweep north into this corner, hook west, and start going north up along the edge of the map. But the greenskins being what they are, it's a little bit of a pain. 16 turns. Yeah, I hate to spend the gold on that, but I really do want to speed that up. Alright, and here, I don't actually really need that anymore. So I think I'm going to replace that with a farm. And down here, how we doing? Yes, this is going to be infrastructure, so we'll build up there. And yeah, same thing down here. I don't really need unit recruitment. So I'll phase that out. Faction destroyed Karak Kadran. Either greenskins or vampire counts, probably. I'm guessing greenskins based on what we've seen. Okay, so more tool makers. And yeah, already doing that. Yep, there we go. Okay. And more trade goods is always good. Even though that's not a significant boost to our monetary income, it is still an important boost in general. And hopefully this nonsense isn't all infested with Skaven. We'll find out in a few minutes. Okay, now you were kind of heading off over here. And maybe... no.
Come on!
Anything else to worry about there? See, I'm worried that this Chaos Invasion is going to go on for too long. Because, you know, I mean, it spawned up in the far edge of the map. I can't really do anything about it in the short term. So I'm worried that that Chaos Invasion is going to continue for too long. And the corruption is just going to build up. And I'm going to have to start refocusing into public order and untainted buildings. But we'll see. So at this point... okay. At this point, you know, I have the income to support a third army. I am deliberately choosing not to recruit one yet. Just so that I can focus a little bit more on my infrastructure and development. And get up, hopefully at least, to the final tier there. Yeah. Okay, now where were you guys?
I've chapters to write.
That is interesting.
Setting forth.
I'm thinking, I think it's Clan Eshin starts over there in Flayed Rock, so there's a small chance that that's actually Skaven, but I'm not going to bother, because I need to head up in this direction, not only to scout Chaos, but I need to resolve that grudge that's going to be festering there for a long time, wanting me to raid a vampire count region. It's the one thing I don't like about the Dwarven faction, is how those grudges can just fester forever. You know, you'll get some faction on the other end of the map that, like, breaks a trade agreement with you or something, and it creates a grudge, and you've got to, you know, maneuver into some weird situation. And it can be a bit of a chore. And you end up, you know, needing to guide your campaign towards grudge settling rather than, you know, painting the map or, like, fighting the Chaos Invasion or whatever. So, okay, let's see what we got here. We're going to search the ruins. Yeah, I've never been good at these puzzles, so let me see what we got. Blue, red, and yellow, and they're going off to these different directions. Well, I'm not sure which one of these colors it wants us to do. So this is interesting. Maybe it wants one of these that doesn't have any of the colors going to it? But all of them have at least one from the looks of it. No, this one doesn't. Maybe? Failed. Fail! Oh well. Well, we completed that quest anyway. And let me see where those ogres are. Oh, okay. Alright, well that's not going to matter right this second. Yeah, I've never been good at those puzzle of the old one things. I mean, sometimes they're really obvious, but that particular one with that weird circular... I've never even seen that one before. Alright, so we have to embed a Thane into Thoric's army. Can I even recruit a Thane in any of my provinces? I can. Sorry. Okay, so, you know what I might do here? That's actually a good reward. So if I equip a Thane into my army, I can double my investment and potentially use him as like a scout. And it'll cost me like just moving the engineer out for a turn. So that'll be fine. I will do that. Alright, some unassigned skill points. This is that Thane down there. That doesn't matter. So you know what? We're going to give him combat skill. Why not? Perfect. Well, you know. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're at that point. Because chaos. And how long will it take to build that? 4 turns. I don't really know if that's completely worth it. This is worth it. You know, I'm thinking I may just go in for the Dark Elves anyway, and use it as an opportunity to recruit my third army to cover the flank there. And I am not going to take your non-aggression pact, at least not until I've raided your territory for 1 turn. Good, good. That's what I like to see. Okay. You know, I have half a mind to settle this. But that's the sort of thing that I would do with an empty lord. We'll see. Alright, so first let's complete our quest there. Okay. Now we want slayers in his army. Well, that's not going to happen right now.
Ready?
Whoops.
Got then. By Grugny, this had better be good. These cannons moving.
Okay, and now you are going to be a scout. How are we doing to that? Losing some public order. Great. Just what we wanted. Yeah, that's eventually going to have to start being more of a concern. Perfect. That's what I like to see.
Master Rune Lord.
All right. Sacred duty, important. This is also good, but we're not really going to be doing a lot with... Ooh. I don't know if I want to spend the 10,000 on it, but rat poison is only 1 turn, so that's good to remember that that's available in the future. So many good upgrades in the Dwarven line. Okay, this is the Runesmith. That is with our second general there. We will be relentless and get some more speed.
We push onward. Arcane
Yeah, why not? We'll just attack the Dark Elves.
The clan honor.
I don't like this, so I'm going to plan in advance. Get a move on, Gotrek. So you can go do a territory raid all by yourself. Oh, look at that. They're getting so huge. That's a real problem.
What brings you to my mighty fo-
No, I don't want your military alliance, but that's a reminder. I need to try and open a trade relationship with the Empire down here.
Where next? The Empire's scouts will hear you.
What is it going to take to pay you off?
Unworkable.
Oh, unbelievable. Come on.
I shall remember.
I have a feeling that's going to end up having been a wasted investment and a colossal ripoff, but we shall see. Alright, so here, I'm going to get into position.
What's your orders? A wise plan. If you want something done right, naval power.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about where I want to recruit my next lord. And see, you know, I'm playing with that mod that disables Confederation. The greenskins would be even more out of control, you know, even on a lower difficulty, without that mod in place. So I mean, you know, they're huge and out of control now. It would be even worse if I wasn't running that No Confederations mod. I don't know if other people have that same experience, but for me anyway, it is, it's something I don't like to have to deal with. Perfect. Alright, what do we got there? We have... Okay. So that makes my decision a little bit easier. It is time. I kind of wanted a lord, but strategist is just too good not to go with. So that is what it's going to be. Okay. Yup. Yup. Get some long beards going.
Summon me if you dare. By the grudge bearer's will. And add one rag.
Okay. And yes. This is the engineer with... Perfect. Okay. Yep, some more triangulation. That will be a good thing. The Dark Elves are another faction that can actually have some respectable ranged attackers. It looks like this could be a thing. But if they have all of these wizards in one army... Yeah, they haven't focused on ranged attackers enough for it to be an issue. Almost there, Gotrek.
An oath is an oath.
Ready.
Higginbors of Barden is a good strong dwarven name. See, there's no way to escape the recruitment cost, so that sucks.
For the wisdom of the
Tried and tested. Quick about it.
Dreadrock is still... Yes, that is the capital, so we're going to blitz that first.
chance would be a fine thing. On the beaten track.
Godric, journey, son. Into the darkness. Come on!
Almost there. We're getting there.
Let us begin.
Excellent. That's what we like to see. Anything else going on back here? Not really yet. However, unfortunately. And this next upcoming turn, I should be able to attack the Dark Elves. Let me just yes.
What's up?
And I'm not super worried about any of that. No, they don't like me.
Olds repaid.
Yep,
For
that's how we do this.
For Caracazar!
Yeah, how you like me now? Okay. We came with the Hall of Oaths. That's interesting. I like what this settlement came with. That's decent. I will take that for right now. And over here,
The axe thirsts for
we are just going to raise Misty Mountain to the ground.
as the High King commands. Time for a reckoning.
And we'll do some recruitment. Yeah, that the Skyhammer's decent. I don't always go with it, but alright, let me check my movement range up here.
I'm not
Little bit further, running on foot.
Sigmar preserve us. Veto.
And we'll just run you over to that direction.
always our best.
This is... Okay, yes, this is Thoric. Yeah, that armor-piercing damage can be useful against some factions. However, some of these other upgrades are decent as well, but... I think at this point, I'm going to have to go with the proven tools. And now that we have pissed off the Dark Elves, it's going to be an interesting gambit to see if they are sending one of their armies across the water, or if they're going to try and consolidate and come up north to retake that settlement from me.
What brings you to my mighty fort?
I don't want your defensive alliance.
For the wisdom of Valea. Got them. Clan Borgrim.
Do some more recruitment down here, and what I'm hoping for is for this, for Norgrim here to move over in this direction after this is taken care of. Yeah, see, oh, look at that idiot. Yeah, meet me on the open field, come on.
Forged in battle. I think not. Axes and hammers.
What? What? Why can I? There we go.
So it's war. Good.
Perfect.
You're
I
no
will take the
use
money.
to me. Rune Lord
That could be a thing.
Castle
We'll find out.
by Grundy. On our way. You know nought. Seeking land.
Ah.
You're the first.
Yeah, the movement there got a little screwed up. But I'll just roll with it. Yeah, this runesmith, he's getting up there. More triangulation, that's what I like to see.
If you want something done right,
Okay, yes. Well, you know what? It's not a bad investment either. But let's go through and do the rounds here. Make sure everything is on the up and up. And yes, we are good. Oh, I forgot to,
An oath is an
because
oath.
I'm wicked smart. Wicked smart.
What?
Alright, see what their play is. Raiding. So, of course. So this is going to give me a grudge to raid our Dark Elf province. So, excuse me. I'm going to have to waste a turn doing a raid instead of just wiping them out. Yeah. Because, of course.
Iron Will. Drengham. Cladbracat will be tested.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I've no use for you.
Okay. Yeah, I think that way will be slightly quicker.
I do.
Summon me if you dare. Aye, grudges will be settled.
Alright, now we will remember
Godtrek Gurnishan.
to send you up on your way. And how many more turns do I have you for? 10 turns, good. And you are still moving off. And you... We'll send you down into the swamp. I think that's a swamp there. Okay. Yeah, the ballistics calibration is a really good ability. But at the same time, some of this other stuff is just too good to pass up. We'll see how it develops. Getting close. I notice Chaos has been losing strength. Maybe the AI is actually doing something about them up there. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Okay.
Bring the rack. Come on.
Rune, Ricky. Setting off.
Onward. Shoulder axes, lads. We move.
Godtrek.
Am I in Vampire Count territory? I am. So let's fulfill a grudge. Alright, now do I want to go for the recruit rank? Yeah, I'm thinking the armor's going to be a good way to go. Because the upgraded defense and everything for Ironbreakers with the upgraded armor and the upgrades on my lords, that's going to make those guys really solid. And they're just going to sit there and take enormous punishment. Hopefully while Quarlers and cannons and stuff do their job from the rear ranks.
Onward.
Alright, it's what I'd like to see.
Oreganad. Tazuk. Avenge the ancestors!
Well, that was easy.
You will never hold us.
Excellent. Alright, so what is this doing? Oh, yes! That's right, I forgot all about that building. But we don't care about that for over here.
Rune Lord.
You are going to go up in that direction.
To war.
Perfect. Okay. Now we are getting somewhere. Alright, we've already got... Yeah, that's important. That is important. And that is important. Okay, those were some good, solid upgrades. And I think it's probably... I may leave this slot open for a little while and see what develops. Okay, Gotrek, you are done raiding. You are going to move in this direction.
Body. Iron tested.
Yeah, that's decent. But I'm thinking here, So, when it comes time to go after, like, Chaos and stuff, Thoric is probably the one I'm going to use. And the attrition reduction and the replenishment rate stuff are going to be really beneficial if it comes down to that. So we will see what we get. Right, that's the other thing I wanted to do there. That was a productive turn.
For clan honor.
I'm thinking, so I'm kind of leaning at this point towards, after I'm done taking care of the Dark Elves and everything over here and cleaning up this area, I'm thinking about just poking the bully in the eye and attacking the the orcs. Okay, I don't think I need to kill you for my campaign objective, so I will take your non-aggression pact. Decent. Okay, that doesn't matter. Okay. So yeah, so I'm thinking at this point attacking the greenskins is probably going to be my next play. Purely to stop them from getting too crazily out of hand. Alright, and I should be able to underway next turn and then do a raid and settle that grudge.
Monster Slayer! Off we go!
Oh, interesting.
Follow my lead! Out of my way! Journey! Lord of the Runes! Yes.
Okay, I think we are looking good. Yeah, we're starting to lose public order and that chaos corruption's going up. I don't like to see it. I am glad to see Warriors of Chaos not doing so well, though.
Fear my malice. I'm sure your little message will be most...
No trade agreement anymore. What did they lose? That's interesting. Or no option for a trade agreement.
Go! Master of Runecraft. I'm going.
Not necessary yet. Will be necessary eventually. Okay. That is good to see. Ah, crud. Almost got it. That was going to be something, if I wasn't playing dwarves, I would have settled Seepgore if I could have caught it with Gotrek. Used it as sort of like an outpost up here, but the problem is that if I do that with dwarves, someone else will come get it, and then I'll have a grudge that I have to go, it'll be like an Empire faction Kislev or something. So I'll have to go halfway across the map to capture a settlement from them or some nonsense. But what I had hoped to do was just search the ruins and maybe get a puzzle or something. But, oh well. Interesting. They are a long way from home. The Bretonnians there? Very interesting. Good, happy. Yes, that's right. Be happy.
What?
That's what I like to see. Oh, yes. Here we go. Okay. Alright, now that's going to get real.
What? For the ancestor.
You have nothing that matters.
Fight for
So
your
we will
own.
auto-resolve that.
The Druki don't play nicely.
Okay. And we will growth it. And up here, we need to raid for a turn.
So beardling. I won't do it.
Because grudges.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
Alright, so I guess I'm going to move up towards ballistics calibration. Just because it's so good. I mean, flash bomb's fine. Some of this other stuff is fine. But ballistics calibration is so good. So I'm going to start moving towards that.
Tried and tested.
And this is Thoric. We're going to do our thing with attrition. Oh, and I forgot to do Gotrek. Fail.
Would be a fine thing.
And Felix fail.
Tis time.
Alright, Grudge succeeded. And we got to raise the banners out of it, so that's fun. And some Oath Gold, that's always good. We got our well-crafted armor.
Onward.
Alright, Felix, you are going to kind of go off in this direction. And that is really interesting to see the Bretonnians coming down into the border provinces there. Where did... There he is.
Monster Slayer. Come on.
What could go wrong? Poor Gotrek. Hey, he's a slayer after all, so it's kind of his job is to go up there and die.
My anger burns bright.
And good, destroyed. And you know, I'm actually going to keep this for now. Since I am going to start fighting the greenskins here pretty quickly. So,
Renderak. If you want something done right,
for now at least, I'm going to keep that settlement doing its thing. Okay, so now this is where I start to think about some more direction. Do I want to... There we go. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so that was the correct play. I was thinking for half a second if I wanted to get the Bugman's Rangers, but I never use those guys. And now we're going for the Forge Proven Armorer. Forge Proven Armor. Man, I love that rat poison. Soon rat poison. Okay. You know what I will do, though? I will start to fill your ranks out. It's expensive to do it off the global recruitment pool, but it doesn't really matter at the moment. Because we're doing okay with income. As a matter of fact, after we're done in a couple of more turns, probably like just in time for the next episode, we'll be able to... Oops. We'll be able to pretty easily support a 4th army. And I'm thinking, like, what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to wait for Gotrek to be done. So that'll get him out of my faction, and that'll take his upkeep penalty for number of armies in the field away. Tempting, but no. And I will replace him with another Dwarf Lord. And probably use that Dwarf Lord, if these are not taken by Greenskins at that point, use that Dwarf Lord to settle some of those territories. Yeah, that is a no-brainer to me.
All ways are best. Moving out. Master of Runecraft. Hammer and anvil.
Yeah, Nagash's are always in the way. I'm thinking real hard about doing the Hall of Oaths. But in this territory, it's not going to really do a lot for me that matters. So I'm not really sure. We'll see what happens. But before I forget, let me make sure that Gotrek is doing some good suicidal stuff. Oh, I can move him into the water. Perfect. Perfect. And you know what, yeah, I can't boot him. But he's only there for 3 more turns, so that's fine. That is just fine. Really? Really? Lizardmen over here? I don't remember them being a thing in this area. Maybe they came all the way up from the desert. Come on, get moving. Greenskins are everywhere. Look at all this population surplus. Love to see it. Love to see it. Ooh, faction destroyed. Well, I guess that explains what they were doing over there. Yeah. Whoa, look at this mess. We got Clan Scryer doing Warpstone Skaven things. All these wood elves.
Glade Lord, at your service.
Let's click the guy. There we go. Okay.
Ironbrow. Dot.
Now, taking out the Skull Takers may actually be... Yeah, they've only got those 2 settlements. So that might be a good way to kind of get my foot in the door with... Now use the underway to get across here. That'll get my foot in the door with an offensive on the Greenskins. So I think this is kind of the point in the campaign where things are going to start to get a bit more interesting. We've finished our early build out. We've got our original settlement all the way up to level 5. We've progressed relatively far into the tech tree. And we're getting ready to attack the most powerful faction on the map. And it looks like that Chaos Invasion got dealt with without us having to intervene, which is always good.
Aye. Move.
On the beaten track.
We'll scout into Bretonia a little bit. No, that's looking to probably be Skaven infested.
Unbending.
How am I down a unit on Thoric Ironbrow? What am I short on? Well, when in doubt, more Ironbreakers are always a good thing. Oh, I love being able to do that. I love the dwarves. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Okay, and can I recruit? Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, look at that. +2 leadership, +2 melee attack for the whole army. Perfect. All right, Gotrek, you are just about out of usefulness. So I'll get another turn or two of scouting. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize Crack-a-Drac was needed for my thing. And yeah, Crack-a-Drac is gone. They're probably scavened out. Alright, increase mobility because that's important. And break open the casks because that leads to requisition and triangulation. And turn. Uh-oh. Oh. Just Gotrek and Felix going away. I was worried for a second that was going to be the cinematic for Archaon coming in to do obnoxious Archaon chaos things. But nothing to worry about there. Man, it keeps giving me these rune lords with strategist when I want just a regular lord. You know what? I'm gonna I'm just going to take the regular Lord anyway. Screw it. Do it live. Alright, and I'm only going to grab... Well... See, because what I wanted to do was use him to, like, settle a couple of these territories. But we'll see what happens.
If you dare. To battle.
And I don't think I'm going to try and keep the Desolation of Nagash, because the attrition and everything there is just so bad. Well, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I should have kept that. That might have been a mistake.
Yes. Casting the runes. Armed and ready.
Yeah, I'm thinking, now that I think back, that might have been a mistake. I should have just taken that. Okay, well, this runesmith is doing good stuff, so I guess we'll just start dumping some points. And next turn... Geez, I'm almost going to be able to support a 5th army. Because we are building up some good infrastructure. Sorry, some good infrastructure on the back end.
The runes of wrath.
Oh, mighty Lord, the fates have surely selected
Okay,
you for
that
great-
was good to see.
Using guild roots. I suppose so.
Oh, come on. Almost in range, but not quite.
Not. If you say so, beardling. Onward.
If I must.
Lord of Garakazol. Aye. Time for a reckoning.
Yeah, I'm going to wait until I've spent my goodies down here. Okay. For the last building slot, I'm torn between going for Slayers or going for the Guild Marketplace. I've got the goal. I've got some really good income out of this province, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go towards the marketplace. Is my proverbial backside here is growing quite well.
This is treacherous terrain. Ready? Let us begin. Forwards.
Oh, I hate to...
Aye. And add.
Yeah, this... Look at that. Maybe the orcs did all their... did the hard work for me. I mean, I hate to drain my units like that, but that was a genuine mistake. I should have done that the previous turn.
It is time.
Alright, nothing there I care about. Now we are going to start getting real. Okay. Well, so we've been going for a little over an hour. I am going to call the episode here. So tune in next time, and we will be attacking some orcs and poking the greenskins in the eye and seeing what happens. As always, thanks for watching.